See, y'all know normally I'm a girl's girl, but today I'm gonna put my men on some game because I feel like this shit really needs to be said for real, for real. And today we're gonna be talking about your girls' hoe friends. Now, ever since me and my second baby daddy broke up, that was like 4 years ago, I was the single friend for a really long time. And by single, I mean like I had my situationships, I was out here dating, but you know, after two different families fall apart, you're really cautious and you move slow with everything, right? You keep a safe distance. So it wasn't like I was out here hoeing and fucking, but I was the single friend. Now, why am I bringing this up? You didn't ask. I'm going to tell you anyways. I have a wide variety of friends, okay? I have friends who are cuffed in relationships. I have friends who are hoes, who are lesbians, who are submissive or traditional women, who are dominant or feminist. And I can honestly tell you right now that all of my hoe friends' boyfriends have a problem with me. It's like they have it set in their head that I'm the hoe friend because I'm single. Like I'm just gonna magically get them to dole out pussy because I'm fucking doing it. Or like I've just got a roster of different ballers that I pass out to my friends every time they get in a fight with their fucking boyfriend. When in reality, I'm always the friend advocating for, if you're gonna cheat, just leave. Just leave, baby. Staying is for poor people. Now, I know the reason that a lot of these dudes be tripping on me is because these hoes be using me as a hoe scapegoat for their hoe fucking tendencies. And I will tell you guys this shit right now. The biggest hoes I know are in long-term live-in relationships. They're married. They've been with the dude for 2-3 fucking years and they just out here hoeing. Now, that doesn't mean that every woman in a relationship is a hoe. I have a lot of friends in long-term relationships who are faithful and committed and would absolutely never. But what I'm going to do today, like I said, is put y'all on game and help you figure out if your girl is the hoe friend. If it feels like she's always picking fights, it's not because she's a nag or you're always doing something wrong. It's probably because she's a hoe and she's looking for an escape to go be a hoe. If y'all get in a fight and the first thing she do is pack a bag, that's a hoe. That's a hoe. She hoe-tacular. She horrific. Now this one should go without saying, but a lot of y'all be acting disability check level slow when it comes to these hoes. If she was talking to you when she had a man, understand she is talking to other men while you are her man. And it is multiple. It is not one. When they Tarzan from Wang Johnson to Wang Johnson, they won't let go of one until they got another one in their hand. Understand that she usually has a roster of like 5, 6, 7 different fucking dudes. And she's just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Whichever one sticks is the one she's gonna cling on to when she's finally done with you. If you cheated and she stayed, that's a hoe. That's her get out of jail hoe free card. She's always talking about her hoe friends, but still chilling with them. She's probably the biggest hoe in the fucking group. Hoes don't go from single to faithful. They go from single to fucking sneaky, okay? Like y'all could say whatever you want about what grown women do when they're single and they're dating, but at the end of the day, you gotta understand that a good girl is not going to be chilling with a gang of hoes when she's in a relationship. That just doesn't make sense because hoes will always put you in a compromising situation no matter how many boundaries you draw. I can't tell you how many bitches I've gotten into it with because I wouldn't wingman them when I was in a relationship and they were too. Or, you know, the guys they be around treat them like a hoe and they assume you're a hoe because you're around them. They just put you in dangerous and compromising situations. And now I'm in trouble because of the way she presents herself in public. Birds of a feather flock together. And baby, I ain't ever been a bird ass bitch. So when I'm cuffed up, I'm not chilling with hoe friends. Even when I'm single, I prefer not to chill with a gang of fucking hoes because that's how you find yourself in some fucking trouble. One of the biggest indicators that a woman is a hoe is if you hear her trying to out her friends for doing hoe shit, especially in front of strangers or their man or any other man for that matter, because hoes love being the center of attention. They have to constantly have the affections and desire of every man in the room, even when their man is in the room. And more often than not, they try to make themselves look good by putting other women down. If that's really her fucking friend and she ain't a hoe, why are you befriending hoes and why are you talking about your friend like she's a hoe? You're starting to see the math don't math, right? It's just, it's this old ass game. And I know a lot of men peep it, right? And a lot of the time you don't want to peep it when it comes to your bitch, but hoes love making themselves look like a good girl at the expense of their friend's reputation. Now, not only do you have a backstabbing, conniving, manipulative, plotting ass bitch, you also got a hoe as a fucking girlfriend. That shit sucks, man. You know, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. The devil never comes to you with red horns and hoofs. He comes dressed as everything that you want. So a lot of these women pretending to be virtuous women, docile, soft, submissive, and traditional are the biggest fucking hoes out there. I swear to God, they're not being submissive. They're being manipulative. It is so easy to wrap a man around your finger with a soft demeanor and a submissive position. Look, at the end of the day, I think it kind of goes without saying that any woman who's willing to put down her friend, whether it's privately for your entertainment or publicly for her praise, is not somebody you could trust. You should be able to peep that from a mile away, but at the end of the day, these women will wrap you around their finger, and it's usually, you know, like you're too far gone. But I'll tell you this much, it's not the single bitches that be out here hoeing. They be out here having a time of their life doing whatever the fuck they want because they can. Doesn't come at the expense of somebody else's feelings or at a betrayal. They don't have to put anybody down. They don't have to talk about nobody, because I'm gonna tell you this much. There's no version of this world I want my man to be uncomfortable with me hanging around with my best fucking friend, or any of my friends for that matter. So if she out here putting down her friends, talking about they hoes, trust me when I tell you that she has done far worse than anything she's pretending her friends did.